Hi, welcome back to Postbox channel and back to the tutorial for operating system. So this is a tutorial definitely helpful for who are prepared for the GATE, university, college level, who want to learn the fundamentals of operating system and so on. The previous session I explained about the operating systems, the types of operating system. I hope that you understand. Please kindly support the channel and kindly watch the playlist for get the continuation. And today we are going to see the important topic called in operating system called system calls. What is operating system? What is system call? And how the system call works? And why we need system calls? At last, the types of system call. These are very important. You should be understand and common for operating system. Let's go for system today. So what is system call in operating system? So you can say it's a mechanism that provides the interface between a process and the operating system. Or we can say it's a programmatic method in which a computer or program requests a service from the kernel of the OS. Example of system call. So suppose if we need to write a program code to read data from the one file, copy the data into another file, everything we need support of system call. And the first information that the program requires is the name of the two files and the input and the output files. So in an interactive system, this type of program execution requires some system call by OS. Like the system calls will be like this. First call is to write the prompting message on the screen. Another one is the to read, second for read from the keyboard, comma the characters which define the two files. So let's there will be two options is there. There are two ways to execute the program in the operating system with the help of two modes there. One is called the kernel mode, another one is the, let's see in the diagram here. So one is called the kernel mode, another one is the user mode. So which is this is the kernel mode, this is the user mode. So whenever write the user mode, so whenever the whenever writing the program, for example you are writing the C program a.c and executing means what you can execute it. And kernel mode also can do. The drawback in kernel mode what? Suppose I am writing a program a.c, I am going to execute the program. Suppose the program having some trouble, what happened? It will be crashed. The program crash happened, it will disturb entire system. Remember in kernel mode. So, but if you do in user mode, suppose a program wrong, a crash happened, it won't affect entire system. So we can solve the error and again try to execute the process. That is possible in the user mode. So comparing to kernel mode, user mode is the safest one, and we can execute all the thing, all the process in the one. Now come to the question. See the example here. So the question is now why we need system calls? Because just I told is interface. System calls interface. So when I want to communicate with the computer, what happened? You can't communicate directly with the computer. You need some interactive devices, keyboard, mouse, and moreover, whatever you want to communicate, you want to take printout. What are the tasks you are giving the computer? You have to understand and execute it. For example, you are giving the printout. What happened? The print. So you switch on the printer. The OS, the operating system, understand the steps and whenever you print it go and print in the sheet or something. So let's say the example, let's assume that I'm saying the real time example very simple. Let's assume that I have a file called a.txt, that's a source file, another file called b.txt, that's a destination file. So this is a destination file, that's source file. So now I want to copy the information from the by welcome like that. Let's assume that in the file called a.txt I have a message of welcome India like that. I want to copy the entire information to the new file called b.txt. So how can I do with the help of one system calls? There will be a procedure is there. The system call steps will be there. So system calls are one where it will connect or create the interface between the operating system and the user. Remember user mode. Okay, kernel mode and user mode. So what are the program the operating system understand and execute? That is done with the help of system calls. Remember. So now suppose I want to there is a file called I have a file called a.txt. I want to copy the contents. The welcome India like information. I want to copy the entire content to the new file called b.txt. How can I do with the system calls? So if you want to copy the system calls, you will like that. First step is the acquire the file name, acquire the input file name. Next step is mandatory, that is accept the input. So you can use the mouse or keyboard and give the input. Another side, after accept input, what happen? It asks it again as the name of the file. Okay, for example, first step we can give a.txt, and after selecting the file we can go and select the b.txt, because this is the file where we are going to copy the information from a.txt. It will be copied to the new file called b.txt. So we need some system calls. Remember, in our computer lot of system calls running, keep on executing. Once you want to execute the task of write a C program and execute, or write a Java program execute, in the back end lot of system calls running there, remember, to create the communication between the operating system and the user. So like that you can make some example. So we can finally we can copy the after copying the entire process we can terminate the process. That is important here. So like that lot of system calls supported by the copy the one file to another. Then types of system calls. There are 5 types will be there. One is called process control, another one is called file management, another one followed by the device management, another one is called the information maintenance, and last communication. So we will discuss one by one with very simple and small examples. First one is the process control. So let's assume that you know process means what. Suppose I am the computer, I am writing a program, that is called process. I am writing after writing the program, what I have to do? I have to execute. Once execute the program, the meaning is what? Compile the program, execute the meaning is what? We have finished the process. The process is over. Or typing the Word document and execute means I save the document. That is the thing called process over. So there are some system calls is very important. The process control. These are called end, abort, load, execute, create process, exit process, and get process attribute, and followed by set process attribute, at last allocate and free memory. So you know number of process are supported by the computer today. So end means what? The process once started the process it should be end. Once process start it should be end here. So once process start what happen, you should be end compulsory. The process after completion of the task, the process should be end. And one more option, the abort. So abort means what? Suppose you want to stop the process. Suppose anything error happened in the process, you can stop the task or abort the process here. So process will be there like this. Then load and execute. So once you want, you can anytime execute the. You can create. You can load the new process and execute the task. For example, I am writing C program. Moreover, you can say example of printf statement. So printf, what is the printf statement? Just the use of printf statement in the C program was print the output on the monitor screen. That means writing the information. So for example, I am typing hi, it should be in the monitor. Then create process. At time anytime you can create process and exit the process. Then get process attribute, set process attribute, and allocate and free memory. So allocate and free memory must whenever you want to create a new process, what happen? It should be it access some resources and memory also. Once the process completed, what happen? We should be free the memory. Okay, for example, in the process take 10 bytes or something. After that, you can make free or delete the memory. That is possible with the help of process control. So remember, what is my process control? Process control means control all activities of the process, and moreover, these upcoming sessions will continue about scheduling algorithm, where we will get idea about clarity and clear idea about the process attribute, process and everything here. How many? What you can say scheduling, and how the process will execute one by one, or how will execute the multiple tasks and so on. Let's go for another one. This is called file management. So so file management, the system calls followed by here: create file, delete file, read file, write file, record also. So just now seen told you the example of a.txt or b.txt. So create a file. File management is the one handling all file management resources, system called resources. Suppose you want to create a new file, you can use the create file option, and you don't want the file a.txt, you can use the delete option and read file. Suppose I want to read the file called b.txt. What are the information in the b.txt I want to read means I can use the read option, read file option can use here, and record also can use, at last get file attributes. So when was the last file created in the folder d colon and so on. So it's simple one. Then we go for the device management. So I have some diagrams for understanding was given here. The device management always handle the devices what kind of devices we can attach, or how the operating system, whether the operating system understand the hardware devices whenever want to plug in or plug out. It have a system called like request device, release device, read write, get device attribute. Sorry. So get request device, release device, read write, and set device attributes. So here, what you understand, I can say the example here. Just I change the pen here. Options, find the options. Right, ball pen itself. So here, device management. So whenever I just now told you, the computer, the operating system understand what kind of activities we are going to do in the computer. For example, you want to print out. Suppose let's say the example pen drive here. So pen drive, because many of them know the pen drive hardware, pen drive device. So when you want to insert the pen drive, what happen? The system has to support the pen drive and access the information. What are the resources? What are the information in the pen drive? For example, some file is there, a.txt, b.txt, we can access it. So here, so what happen means to for this one we need support a request device, release device also, and read write will be there, get device attributes, set device attributes will be there, and one more is there called. Attach are detached devices. So attach, we can say example of pen drive. So whenever there will be a logic something is there. So whenever one insert you can pen drive, and we can delete after completing your pen drive, open the file and copying or something. After what you can eject. You can whenever click the right click in the system pen drive hardware option coming eject. What is the meaning of eject? That means you can safely remove the resource pen drive from the system. That is the example for detached devices. So logical attach and physically attach. You know what happen? We can number directly plug in the pen drive and remove it. Like that, we can say about device management, controlling all the devices, printer, and suppose you want to connect some network adapters, whatever maybe want, we can do it here. Then we come to the last two, that is information maintenance. So these are about complete information for the get the time or date and set the time or date, and also have the system calls like get system data or set system data, and get process file or device attributes here, and set processor file or device attributes. Here very important is get time or date, because the information maintenance what happens is it have the system have to update, and the operating system have to update and have all the information system. For example, today in the C colon, what how many files will be the D colon, how many files will be there, folders will be there, everything should be updated with the help of the system calls like date, set time or date, like that. That is very important, and all the information, all the data should be updated frequently here. Then communication, last one is communication. So very important, create communication. That means what? Create or delete communication connection, and having the system calls like send receive messages and transfer status information at last attach or detach remote devices. So create and delete communication paths. That means what? Suppose the process there, one process want to communicate with another process. What happen is it have some communication. The communication should be guarantee, or you can say it should be created. So communication should be strong, and it should be available. The communication should be available and flexible between the two resources. Suppose two resources want communicates or two processes want communicate, we can create the communication link, and after that once the two processes communicated and task over, or task over, we can delete the communication connection here, and send and receive message. Suppose a process want to share the information on another process or multiple process, so another process, you can send the message and receive the message also, send or receive, like that. And transfer status information, that means what kind of communication happened between the process, and the information will be updated regarding the transfer status information. That means the suppose a process A requesting process B sharing information from B, it have to give it have to say the report, yeah, successfully transferred information, like that. At last attach or detach remote set devices. So based on your internet connectivity, already have internet networking knowledge. Based on your internet connectivity, and we can collect, we can attach some of the computers or devices and make Wi-Fi or something and share the information. So remember, back at the back of the computers, lot of system calls keep on running in the computer. So the OS, how the operating system understand you are the we are the user. We are going to do some operation in the computer, pass on the computer. How it will understand? The computer can understand everything with the help of interface called system calls. So these system calls somewhat vary for the Windows and the Linux or Unix operating system. Let's go for recap. So this is a tutorial definitely helpful to learn the types of system calls like process control, file management, device management, and information maintenance, at last communication. So I hope that you have an idea about what is system call and why we need, what are the difference between user mode and kernel mode, and the real-time example of copying the file from Kannada file, Kannada of a.txt to the destination file called b.txt, and so on. So if you have any queries or suggestions, please kindly communicate with the following social media link. And thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, press bell icon for more updates. Thank you.